At this question, number 6, zigzag conversion. So basically, it's giving you the string as one example. So it is written in a zigzag pattern on a given number of rows like this. So as you can see that it's turning basically PAY, the first three letters, becomes the column, first column here. Then it's going this way, YPA, then LISH, basically giving this kind of the zigzag pattern, okay? And then when you have this zigzag result, and how it read after that is, it should become like this, PAHN APLSIIGY. Two example. The first example is when there are 3 rows. So when there are 3 rows exactly like this, then if you give it the input parameter as number 4, it will become like this. It will be stretched a little bit so that we'll have 4 rows basically going this way, then go here and here and here and here. So how do we solve this? We just walk through this whole string, then mark each of the letters index with this corresponding row in this case. So for example, now we have this PAYALISH, okay? So if we do n equals to 3, all right? Let's just assume that we have some row index start with 1. That means the first row and the second row and the third row. All right, if we walk this through, so basically let's just follow along this pattern. This is first P, that's 1, 2, 3, then we need to bounce back, go back, change direction because it hit the edge. This is basically the bottom, right? Because this is like PAY. Now at here we need to change direction back to the P. So this is like 2, then 1, then repeat the same thing. Okay, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2. All right, if we look at this at the end, so we just pick the one. Now we have the row number that's marked on each of these letters. So at the end, we just follow these numbers and reconstruct the whole string as the return in this case. So we start with 1, okay? So let's see, P A 1 1 H, then N, that's the 1. All right, then we need to get the 2's. So A P, then L, then S I G. It's quite complex too. Then Y, there's the 3, I R. All right, so with this idea you can see that it's quite straightforward in this case, right? We just loop through the string once, mark each of the index of these letters with the corresponding row number. Then at the end, we just reconstruct the whole string with ordering, okay? So this is like 2-step, okay? Let's start the code. Let's summarize our approach, the 2-step approach. Basically, we first go through the string with the zigzag pattern. Then we mark the words with the line index, the row number basically, okay? Then we can use a counter variable as the row number, and we reset this counter when it hits the edge. So we have two edges, one is the top and the bottom. Basically we need to do something like a change direction here. Then we record this row number in a dictionary along with the index of these letters. Okay, then the second step, the coming to the composing the returning string, we basically just loop the dictionary, then compose the new string. That's the second step. Okay, with this in mind, let's start the code. Okay, so the edge case is when the row number equals to 1, then we don't need to do anything, right? Let's just return the SSL. That's the edge case. That's giving as one example in the example 3. Okay. So let's set up the. So at the beginning, the counter equals to 0 in direction. Basically, the step we at the beginning is a positive step. We move down basically. Okay. Then the row number equals to 0, and our dictionary is this. It's empty ones. Okay. Then let's just loop this thing. Okay. So here what we're doing is we're setting the index of the letters, its value in the dictionary as a row number basically. Okay, if the counter hit the edge, so here we need to do two things. We need to reset the counter. Okay, so then we need to change direction. So this is done. Now we need to compose the string, the new string. Probably we can do this using list comprehension, that kind of stuff, so it's more elegant, but let's see if this works or not.
Submit.
Alright, this is how I solved this problem. There's another approach I figured out. I will share this in another video. Thank you so much.